Welcome back to Telecom TV. I'm Tim Marshall. Well, in Australia, the race is on to connect the country to a higher speed broadband network, a collection of networks in fact, but in a country the size of Australia and with a relatively small population, the project's not without its challenges. I'm here with a panel of guys who are eminently qualified to give us their view on this situation. Paul Tyler is the head of Nokia Siemens Networks in Australia and New Zealand. Welcome, Paul. Maurie Dobbin, the Managing Director of TeleResources Engineering, and Nathan Burley, an analyst with the Oven Group. Welcome, gentlemen. Well, guys, it is big news in Australia. We've got broadband on the front pages of the newspapers and on the evening news. There were, in fact, two big announcements just this week, with almost $1 billion thrown into the market with government funding for regional networks, and also progress towards perhaps releasing a new licence to roll out a next generation broadband network, probably just in the big cities. What's your view on these? Is there a sense that these announcements deliver us some progress and a bit of a pressure release from the deliberations that have been going for the last few months? What do you think, Paul?
Well, I guess certainty is something that everyone's been seeking in the industry, in terms of a clear roadmap of how the market will develop. And I think it's generally well understood that any development in broadband is a great thing for the economy. It's a great thing for Australia. So, as a general initiative, Broadband Connect and the other initiatives are a very healthy thing for the industry and for the economy, that we move forward and bring broadband to the country.
Do you think these announcements, Maurie, were reactionary, or were they a well sort of placed progression of the debate?
Well, I think that if you can look at it in the context of perhaps even the past 20 years, it's been a natural evolution. In the 1980s, the catch cry was, I want a telephone, I want a telephone that works, and I want a telephone that works all of the time. In this decade, it's about broadband, because broadband stimulates the economy. And why should we have a nation with haves and have-nots? Haves in the cities and have-nots in the rural area. As far as government funding being pushed into it, this is nothing new. Government money has been pushed into this business since the beginning. And Telstra, or then Telecom, was the recipient of that money in the 80s with something called the DRCS, the Digital Radio Concentrator System. You know, it cost up to $50,000 per subscriber for a telephone service for some of the more remote communities. There's no way commercial enterprises can withstand that. So government money does need to be in there if we are to avoid this digital divide.
Sure. Nathan, has the hype around the need for a new broadband network and development of broadband, is it justified, do you think?
Well, there's certainly great demand for broadband, and there is plenty of places where people cannot get broadband at this stage. Hence some of the funding is required. But I think a lot of the fallout and a lot of the implications of these announcements are going to be found in the detail, which we don't have yet.
Okay.
So the detail around what WiMAX network they're going to do, the coverage maps, where ADSL 2+ is going to go, and then also the ramifications of this fibre to the node council. They have some obviously very important and high-profile people that are going to be making decisions that affect the development of broadband probably for the next 20 years in Australia.
I want to look specifically at the Broadband Connect announcement, and as I said, it's over $900 million worth of money going in there to spur Optus and its partner elders to pour a lot of money into a new network. Certainly it's left quite a few disappointed people who were bidding for that funding. Nathan, is Opal a good selection from the range that you were aware that were on the table?
Well, I probably would want to comment on if it's a good selection or not. The government obviously has their process and they've gone through that. But it is a selection of a WiMAX technology that potentially I think it's going to be difficult to deliver 12 megabits per second to the range of population they're talking about for that amount of money, even with $1.8 billion or whatever they have to play with.
I know that there aren't so many details about what they actually want to do with that wireless network, but what would your theory be, Maurie, on how they would deploy that network and what they would be trying to achieve with it?
It's clearly going to be a blend of technologies. There's no one single technology that will be able to address all needs. But we shouldn't forget one of the more key things that regardless of the technology, whether it's wireless or wireline, backhaul, bringing that information back to the cities is going to be essential, and getting access and providing that capacity is going to be a key challenge for the Opal consortium.
Looking at the regional networks though, is a wireless technology like WiMAX sufficient? Would there need to be an inclusion of things like satellite as well?
I think that Australia is such a large continent. In some places, satellite is the only choice that'll ever be there. And there are options in that available, as well as the ones that were being talked about at the moment as far as WiMAX is concerned.
You mentioned, Maurie, backhaul there. Was there enough focus on backhaul in this announcement from Optus and Opel Networks?
I think the point has been made. There's not enough detail in the announcements that have been made to this point to be able to judge whether they have covered off all their bases. But one would presume that whatever proposals were put to government were examined thoroughly, and people looked at it, and did they have access to the right partners, or were they proposing an investment that would solve that problem?
Paul, one of the things that this has kicked off in Australia is a real high-profile debate over the merits of wireless technology. Of course, Telstra already operates a national HSDPA network, and there is a strong lobby from both sides of the coin, the cellular and the Wi-Fi camps, about the relative merits of the technology. Are there concerns about a WiMAX technology meeting the needs of the market?
So there's been a lot of debate, as you know well, in the market about WiMAX. Will it work? As Nokia Siemens Networks, there is no debate here. WiMAX works. End of story. It's working all around the world in different applications. Is it better or worse than 3G or HSPA? They're different technologies, and they're very similar technologies in some way. So it really comes down to the application. What spectrum do you have available? Is it a mobile application? Is it a fixed application? Various things like that. Both technologies are equally good. They both work. They both work well. And it's more about the business case and the application or the service that you're trying to provide over the technology that needs to be considered.
From a technical point of view, my understanding was that WiMAX was a definition and had a defined spectrum range that it operated in. Was that the case? And if a company is selecting something in the unlicensed spectrum around the 5 gigahertz, then it is therefore not WiMAX in fact?
Well, WiMAX is a technology. Is a modulation technique and an architecture. It operates in a number of bands, and be that licensed or unlicensed. I'm not sure about the actual. Is there an actual definition of the WiMAX name that's applied to a particular band? I'm not sure. But as a technology, it works, and it works across a whole raft of frequencies.
Maurie, where do you see the business case for a wireless network in the? How do you see it going in the countryside when you look at it going into competition with Telstra's pretty advanced and very well publicised NextG network?
I'd like to make a particular point about that, and that is that from 2008, when Telstra has announced that it will close its CDMA network, there will actually be a lessening of competition in country and regional Australia. There will be a single network and a single provider. Telstra has made it clear that it will not share access to that network to its competitors, and that's a commercial decision that it's there to make. So the government funding, and I understand the condition of that government funding, is that the network the provider will be open to other providers and virtual providers that can provide diversity of product offerings and pricing to regional Australia. And let's face it, this is the first lessening of competition since July of 1997, when deregulation occurred in the marketplace. So I think it's a very important step.
So Nathan, do you see this network going some way to really delivering some successful competition into those areas?
I think as Maurie's outlined before, some of the backhaul will be very, very important, because that's where we see there's a lot of bottlenecks and there's a lot of potential lack of competition. But on the access side,